are at a border where for at least 15,000 years of recorded history, people have moved easily back and forth from north and south. There are no natural boundaries here that go east and west. Everything goes north and south. So the border that you're about to encounter is one of the ones in the world that is not a natural boundary. It doesn't follow a mountain range, doesn't follow a riverbed. It's an imposed boundary.
Being so close to the border, you take one step and you're already in Nogales. You don't have to travel like miles.
There are two cities now, one Nogales, Arizona, one Nogales, Mexico. But the reality is they were initially one city.
Nogales, Sonora, which was a town until about the last 10, 15 years ago, of approximately 35,000 people. It is now a city of between 400,000 and 600,000 people.
Nogales was among the 10 fastest growing cities in the world. So that tells you the education system, the health system cannot keep up.
Nogales, Sonora was absorbing up to 10,000 people a month. That would be a weight which would sink almost any city. Perhaps more perniciously and more insidiously, that wall has inserted a wall of fear, of anxiety, and mistrust between these two countries.
When I see our children speak about our border in a way that it's fearful, it makes me sad.
In the neighborhood that we're in, there's a 42% poverty rate for our children.
El prevenir es el mayor desafío, prevenir las adicciones.
But when you're living in poverty and somebody comes up and says, I can give you $500 if you can just put this in your car and go to Tucson, it seems easy.
Y los jóvenes y niños de frontera tienen un problema especial, el atractivo de las cosas fáciles.
We've had children that when we talk to them in our substance abuse prevention program about the consequences of using or selling drugs, we've had children break out in tears because they know that that's what their family does. And then they become afraid for their parents or their uncles.
You can not only offer jobs to the community, you have to offer the other half, which is community centers, sports, health, education, etc.
Ese es nuestro objetivo. Y entonces luchar contra la sociedad, las costumbres y lo que es atractivo para ellos como jóvenes, entonces es decirle, hay otras opciones.
I think the most important question that the project asks is how do we want to interact as countries?
And you can come towards me. We're going to go all the way to the side, but you can't pass me. Slow it down, slow it down.
The answer would probably be to find a way to connect on a human level, connect the communities that are really in the trenches dealing with these issues.
Pues este programa pronostica ser de gran ayuda para las niñas. Lo hemos visto en experiencias anteriores con Charlie, que ha participado y que las niñas son felices jugando tenis. Es una excelente oportunidad para practicar otro deporte al que ellas no tienen acceso normalmente en la frontera, y eso las entusiasma mucho.
For the first time now, they have a vehicle not only to learn a sport, not only to have an additional academic program, which is part of the Border Youth Tennis Exchange project, but also to get to meet the young people on the other side of the border, because that wall has kept that relationship from happening.
La esperanza, yo creo, de todas las personas que trabajamos en Casa Hogar es que estas niñas tengan un futuro brillante.
A person's a person, no matter how small. And you can make a huge difference just widening their horizons.
This event is not only about tennis, this is about giving children around this area the opportunity to have a vision of what they can become.
And we want to give them an opportunity to explore the world, to try out things that they normally wouldn't get to, so that we can maybe spark an interest and then help them achieve the dreams that come from that small little seed of something that they did when they were a kid.
In all honesty, the most impactful observation that I've made working on both sides of the border with these youth populations is that kids are kids. It doesn't matter whether they're in Mexico, whether they're in Arizona, they're kids. They're going to enjoy moving around, they're going to enjoy running around. Some of them are going to enjoy tennis, some of them aren't going to enjoy tennis. There really isn't a difference in the nature of children.